John 7:35. Dixerunt ergo Iudaei ad se ipsos, quo hic iturus est, quia non inveniemus eum, nunquid in dispersionem gentium iturus est, et docturus gentes? Therefore the Jews said amongst themselves, or to one another, where is this person going to go that we will not find him? Is he going to go into the diaspora of the Gentiles? And is he going to teach the Gentiles or the nations? There's a lot of interesting things going on in this verse as far as the meaning is concerned, the greater theological and narrative significance of this verse in the Gospel of John. But we're just going to focus on a few more down-to-earth elements. First, we want to look at this phrase, ad se ipsos, of course, where ipsos is mostly redundant. We might even more easily have rendered with inter se, amongst themselves. But ad se ipsos conveys the sense clearly enough. It's just a somewhat different idiom from what we would expect in the era of classical Latin, but that's totally fine because we're not dealing with classical Latin. Still, I like to remind you anyways of other ways these things might be expressed. We want to note also here that quo indicates motion toward a place, to where, or if we want to get archaic in English, we could say whither. I know this is a particular favorite with some of you. Whither, this is all part of a quotation, by the way. Let's get our quotation marks at the beginning and at the end. There's also a question. There's two questions, really. Whither, or to where, is this guy, that is Jesus, intending to go? Where is he about to go? Now let's break this down. This is from the fourth principal part of the verb eo ire, to go. And in this case, what we've got here is the active future participle. Iturus means going to go. And when we combine it with a form of sum esse, what we've got is what many grammars call the active periphrastic. Now, you may have heard of the passive periphrastic. We're not going to talk about that today. There's also an active periphrastic construction. Basically, it's another way, an alternative method of expressing a future action. So literally, this means the same thing as, where is this man going to go? Where is he about to go in the future? Just with a little bit more vividness. Where is he going to go that we will in the future, notice this important, all-important vowel here, that we will not find him, that we will not discover him. Then numquid in general untranslatably introduces a further question. Is it the case, we might say in English, that again, iturus est, he is going to go in dispersionem gentium, into the dispersion, the diaspora, into the scattering, literally, of the nations? Now, an interesting note here, as Erasmus, our 16th century commentator, points out, really this should not be gentium, it should be Graecorum, in order to match what the Greek actually says. The diaspora of the Greeks, the scattering of those places inhabited by the Greeks. Here, though, we should note that gains, the noun from which gentium is derived, is an I stem, despite the fact that its nominative singular form would not make you think so. So gentium in the genitive plural, be careful to note that. Is he going to go out into the dispersion of the Greeks or the Gentiles? And now we've got to supply est. Is he about to teach the nations or the Gentiles? Actually, again, Erasmus would have us note, really from the Greek, it should be Graikos, the Greeks.